Hola familia Country, hoy disfrutaremos del partido final entre Costa Rica, nuestros socios Tomás Nchez y Pablo contra la pareja ecuatoriana en la final de dobles 18 años masculino, donde logramos el campeonato mundial. Pura vida a puro racket.
Welcome back. This is the last of our streaming. This is the last match of the tournament. 8 days of fantastic play. You're going to watch 18 boys doubles. Team Ecuador versus Team Costa Rica. Our head official, Jaime Martel. We have two lines people. We have Ivan Valdez on the left and Tuki Kravitz on the right. Gustavo, what is your opinion of this match?
Well, for one, I have to be a little bit surprised at what we're looking at on the court. Costa Rica, Ecuador. We're so used to seeing Bolivia, Mexico, Mexico, Bolivia, everywhere. Look at that. This is fantastic. This shows you that racquetball is being played in different countries all over the world, and it's nice to see these young men here now in this final. I would say the Costa Rican team has to be the favorite here. They're at home crowd, 125 people strong in the stands, no seats available.
120 wearing red as the hugging ritual goes on. Martel, our head referee, is from Chihuahua in Mexico. The two lines people also from Mexico. Valdez from Ensenada in Baja California. And Kravitz, that's his stage name. His given name is Ricardo Gonzalez. He's from San Luis Potosí, Mexico. Welcome back, our producer, Pablo Farge. So we're culminating the 8th day of the event. 13 countries, 200 and some odd players. And you're watching Pablo Freire hit a few balls. This is his last hurrah. This will be the last match of his junior career. He ages out. His partner, Sanchez, lost in the 18 doubles earlier to Gerson Miranda from Bolivia. And Sanchez has another year.
Talking about these young players, Gary, mentioning to you both Dejanon and Flores have been juniors for a long time, but all of a sudden they've grown up, and they look like young men now, very strong, and here they are. Here we go.
0-0 game one. Great start for Costa Rica. Freire serving left, jams into the left side wall.
If I could point out, Gary, that's the serve he used very effectively against, was it Argentina?
Argentina in the tiebreak last night.
Fantastic.
Ball good. Rolled out on the front. There's an appeal. There are 3 available appeals. Call stands. Both lines people agreed. So right off the bat, Costa Rica is down to 2 usable appeals. The ball skipped, so it's 1-2. 2 timeouts, 1 minute in length in each game. A 2-minute break after each game. It's called a 3-wall or a long serve, so it's a fault, second serve, as in tennis.
As soon as the serving player hits the ball, the partner can step out of the box. That's one of the rules, differences from the USA racquetball.
Not only, Gustavo, this is the last match in the tournament. It's the last match for this tournament. You and I working together. We had the privilege of working with Fabio Soto as well, and I want to thank you for doing such a fine job.
Been good teamwork all week long. Long hours, but rewarding. Got to meet a lot of the players we hadn't seen play before.
Oh, nice. Pablo. Look for Pablo to explode in this match. This is his last junior match in his career.
Also recognizing that Nchez has to be a little bit tired after that play and loss earlier to Jettison.
That's one of the liabilities of serving that side. Partner gets stuck in that doubles box with an offensive serve. If he lifts it up with a lob, he has plenty of time to escape. Ball skip. 3-1 or 1-3 Ecuador serving. De Hanon, his partner Flores. I believe they're both from Cuenca. Nice shot.
So Costa Rica defeated Argentina to get here, and Ecuador defeated Mexico.
Bolivia was defeated in the quarters
by Costa Rica.
De Hanon, winner, right side. The lead is now 1, 2 serving 3. Boys from Cuenca, it's the racquetball capital of Ecuador. The government capital is Quito, home of our buddy Mario Villas-Creces. He's here. Nchez. So Nchez wasn't able to hit an explosive ball off the floor, front wall floor. He did, but it got rebounded. Yeah, maybe served better to wrap the ball around or what have you, but he wasn't successful in any way. 3-3. That ball hit the camera on the front wall. Compliments of our producer, Pablo Farge.
Quite a few times.
Replays, 3-3. Oh, flat. Rollout, flat. Straight in, straight back, 4-3. What do you think so far, Gustavo?
Surprised. Ecuador obviously coming in a bit nervous. First final.
Taking the crowd out of the equation, at least for now. Handcuffed Nchez, good return. Good call by, oh, it's a skip ball. No appeal, they must have known it skipped. 6-3, 3-point deficit in favor of Ecuador. Great game plan. Great game plan for Ecuador.
Strong.
Huge start here. Flores, second serve. Lobs it straight up the middle. Miss hit by Flores. Got the toro horn here, the bull horn. Broken ball.
Number 1.
Want to thank Gearbox for their support. Official ball of the International Racquetball Federation, which is housed in Colorado Springs in the States. And eForce, the official racket of the IRF. Thank you to Osvaldo Maggi, our president, and Luc St. Onge, executive secretary.
We should share with you a little bit about the upcoming schedule, the IRF schedule.
Side out, right side pass off the deep right wall by Frere.
Easter week, we have the Pan American Racquetball Championships in Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. I believe it to be the first week of April.
So that last shot was called a point. Good shot by Costa Rica. There's an appeal. Call stands. One line person agreed, one disagreed. Bottom line, point scored, minus an appeal for Ecuador. We'll come back to the calendar momentarily. It's 6-7. Go ahead. So Gustavo's going to tell you about some future events after the Pan Am.
This summer, we have the World Championships, San Luis Potosí, Mexico. Those take place every 2 years. In fact, the last one was here in 2018 in San Jose, right here. And then our World Juniors 2020 is looking like it's going to take place in Guatemala. Guatemala City, Guatemala.
New complejo by the airport. 7-6. Helicopter. And point scored. Beautiful sunny Costa Rica has been anything but the last few days.
But at least not cold.
Crisp shots by both sides. Till that last shot by Sanchez skipped in. Much to the joy of Team Ecuador and their coaching staff, it's 9-6 in game one.
That is an incredible serve, incredible return.
Repite. Had some contact, precluded the return, so he's calling a repeat. So we revert back to first serve. Call stands. Another appeal by Costa Rica. So they've used 2 of their 3. Don't want to abuse appeals, folks. You may need them at the end of the game. And one difference between international rules, you don't get a bogus one. I'll call it a bogus one, an extra one at the end of the game.
That's right.
If you've used your allotment, that's it. 9-6, second server. No hinder called. No hinder called. Had they had a clean slate right now, I think they should appeal it, because there was a visual hinder off that powerful front wall, side wall, explosive shot. That's where coaching comes in, understanding the nuances of the game.
If I could comment, I thought Jerson Miranda was the only guy that could do those Super Bowl shots into the corner, and I stand corrected. We saw Mr. Flores do that, and obviously it caught Tommy Sanchez off guard. It just came exploding back at him. Didn't give him a chance to react.
Unscientific count on that. We had 22 exchanges in that rally. Ball down, another point. Ecuador, second server, 11-6. Welcome Paisan Andrew Clark from Albuquerque. So we have a timeout on the floor, folks. Ecuador taking control of this first game, and we'll be back. We're back, folks. Gary, Gustavo, and Pablo. I want to welcome to our broadcast ex-Ecuador junior coach Ana Cristina Beliz and Dr. David Schlepp-Staub from Seattle. Oh, it's flat. Roll out. Side out called by our principal referee, Jaime Martel, who lives in Chihuahua City, Mexico. 6-11 game one. Another ace for Freire. That's impressive. If he can clone that, they're going to win.
Keeps hitting that. He's hit at least 3 this game. There's another 4.
He's on his way to cloning. Dos enseguida. Not much we can say, Gustavo, except wow. That's
Ball
a dead
broke.
ball before it hit his partner.
Number 2.
First serve again. Had that been second serve, it would still be second serve. Nice, De Hanan. Team Ecuador flicking an underhand. Drop winner, right corner.
Gary, that is one of the rules that's very hard, even for the officials to understand. When serving, that it doesn't negate the first serve because the ball was not put in play. That's the key. The ball has to be put in play to be able to go back to first serve.
Second serve. Ecuador 11-8. 3-point deficit in game one.
We're going to quiz our cohort. Edis Belkin back in El Paso on those rules.
Top player from Israel. Another point.
Oh, that was...
Well, two things. One, he didn't allow him to see the ball. So it was a visual hinder, no less than. And secondly, he crowded him. Failure to clear. That's an avoidable hinder. Point scored. So we're going to turn it over to Pablo, and we'll be back in 1 minute, folks. Nati?
We're back here. Game one. Boys 18 doubles final. Costa Rica versus Ecuador. Team Ecuador serving. First serve. Up 13-8. This is Gustavo Farel along with Gary Mazeroff for the final match of the day and tournament.
Great touch. Great touch. Flores showing off his talent for point number 14.
The crowd chanting, one more point, one more point.
Helicopter. Folks, you just saw the underdog, Ecuador, win game one 15-8. Handsome win in game one 15-8 over Team Costa Rica. Gustavo, your thoughts?
I should eat my words. I expected Team Costa Rica to come out doing their thing with the fans behind them. My hat's off to Team Ecuador, their coaching staff. I had not seen them play all tournament, and I am very impressed. Very solid couple doubles players that have played together for a while.
Absolutely, and we probably haven't seen it because they've been on some of the back courts. This is the show court here. This is the court on which we've been doing the streaming for 6 days. So we appreciate all of you tuning in to the International Racquetball Federation Network. We'll be back with Game 2, and we'll break. Gary Mazeroff, Gustavo Farel, Pablo Farje. We're here in the capital of Costa Rica, San Jose, a city of about 400,000. You're watching Team Ecuador serve in the boys 18 doubles to Team Costa Rica. Ecuador winning the first, 15-8. This is for the gold. And quite frankly, Ecuador is not in the mix for team championship. Costa Rica, Mexico, and Bolivia are.
Great down the line shot by Toma Nchez. First service, Costa Rica.
Oh, wow. Not sure what happened. It looked like Flores was surprised. He tried to underhand the return. I think he may have hit his right knee. Nevertheless, it's a point. Comes back. Great start for the Ticos. Fans
After
are chanting.
The score is called, they need to silence themselves, or the head referee will say something to them to the effect.
Ball flat from Flores. This Ecuador team is impressive. Great clear. Great clear by the Ecuador player. Front wall, side wall. Went by the right side player, Freire, and Sanchez got screened out by his partner.
Great return to a super serve.
Oh, nice. Snap. Forehand, cross-court winner. Score remains 2-0, handout.
Tomas Sanchez skips it in. Point. Flowers. Impressive.
It is.
Good hands all around.
Rally ending shot by Ecuador. 2-2, game number 2. 31st edition of the International Racquetball Federation Junior Championships. There's the Camacho helicopter. Evitable, avoidable hinder, side out.
Good call.
Number 1 is safety on the court, folks. Hold up, let the referee make his or her call. 2-2, Costa Rica. Another great jam into the left side wall. Point.
I would have checked the ball there. I don't know, that sounded funny.
Yeah. Those are great serves, forcing weak responses. And look, there's the 1-2-3. Power serve, weak return, put it away. Costa Rica winning the last 4 rallies. scoring 3 points. Oh, nice. Flores. Smooth backhand rollout.
Silenced the crowd with that one.
Toe ball. Ball hit off the end into the floor by Florida, so it's 6-2. This is what my compatriot thought would happen in game one. We're just one game late.
Surprised he didn't take a timeout there.
Skip ball. So it's a side out. Good no timeout. 2-6. Both teams entitled to 2 timeouts, 1 minute in length. Freire showing his mettle on the right side. Great save by Ecuador. And Nchez ends the rally. Well, we have a little break here, Gustavo. Kudos to Team Ireland, Nick Cunningham, the head coach, and the boys 14 team of O'Gorman and Hanrahan. Silver medal in the boys doubles. First time ever their boys won a medal in the World Cup division.
Congratulations, Ireland. Congratulations, Coach Mick. Well deserved. Great tournament.
A lot of left up shots. One of those double-digit explosions. Double-digit exchange until that ball died in the back right corner in favor of Costa Rica. So now it's 7-2. There's an appeal on the floor. Martel trying to determine what the appeal is. There can be multiple appeals on one rally as long as they have some available. I think they were appealing a wet ball or court hinder, doesn't matter, same thing. One linesperson agreed, one disagreed. We haven't had the accord of both linespeople at all.
I have to say, on many matches we haven't. Just shows you how the viewing angle makes it so different for each line.
He's laughing. Dejanone overran that ball, resulting in .8 for the Ticos. And we have a timeout on the floor. It will be 1 minute in length. We will break. Stay tuned, folks. The IRF Network. We're back, folks. Gary, Gustavo, Pablo, Jupiter. On break is Fabio. We'll see him a little bit later. So, game 2. Costa Rica is playing the way we thought that they would. They lost game 1, 8-15. Gustavo?
Exactly. This is the way I expected game 1 and 2 to go in favor of Costa Rica. Ecuador showed different, and here we are. We have some very, very enthusiastic fans. Hard to hear ourselves talk.
Boisterous. The Ticos. Wow. Sanchez got trapped in the back corner. Didn't matter. Point scored. 9-2. Great serves by Frere. No. So Gustavo, if this trend continues, Pablo Frere will have one more game in his career.
That is correct. But should I remind you, though, we saw Ireland come back against the United States down 14-2.
Yep.
So anything is possible.
That was in the quarter. They ended up with a berth into the final. What a great shot. Forehand, wide angle by Frere. Those newer to the game, that's a front wall, side wall, somewhere between the service line and the receiving line. That ball hits the wall and ends up on the same side of the court from which he hit it. Handcuffed. Little things like positioning. Flores got out of position and it paid off for the Costa Rican team. So we have another timeout. Ecuador has used both of their available timeouts this game. We'll be back. Folks, Gary Mazeroff, Gustavo Farel, Pablo Farge, Jupiter Rivera. We're here in the capital of Costa Rica at the Indoor Club. Gustavo, the Costa Rican team stayed on the court during that timeout. That tells you something.
Tells me they're confident they want to get this one behind them and run right into game 3.
13-2. Trying to force 11-point tiebreaker. Impressive. 1-2-3. Good serve, weak return, end of rally shot. Game point number 1 for Costa Rica. And Flores will have nothing of that, so they save 1 game point. This is game point number 2. Sanchez trying to emulate his partner's serve. Hitting that angle serve into the side wall. Frere saves it. So Team Ecuador has saved 2 game points here in game 2.
Dancing Chesky back in the court.
He has my vote, most valuable player award here.
He does now, and he did
has
last
my vote.
time I was here. He is very enthusiastic, and talk about doing your job, doing it well, enjoying it.
He deserves a very, very large propina. 214, De Hanon. Frere. Oh, nice. Smooth. Step by step.
Here we are, 214 now, 314.
Pablo Frere. Wide ankle pass on the return. Ball hit Frere on the way back to the Vidrio, the back glass, so it's another point. 4-14. We saw Ireland come back from a deficit like this.
And they came back after several serve changes, right? Inning changes.
They did. They held off total of 4. That's a screen ball, fault serve. They held off Team USA 4 times for match. There's the boast attempt. Grossly mishit by Frere, so it's 5-14. Nchez, Frere takes it. And now we're at 6. Bit by bit, folks. Don't count them out. Costa Rica cannot score as long as Ecuador is serving. Well, now they will serve for game, 3rd time.
Score called, silences the crowd.
Repeat. First serve again. Overruled.
I would agree with that call.
So no dead ball hinder called. Hand out called. 3 game point saved. So avoidable hinder. There's a case that can be appealed. Avoidable hinder called. Call stands. So before we break, Gustavo, that's a case where had the player struck the ball, perhaps no call would have been made. He held up, avoidable, game point. We're going to go to a tiebreak, 11 points, and Costa Rica will have the option to serve. Your thoughts on that game?
That's the way I thought game 1 and 2 would go. I give credit to the Ecuadorian team for playing very well the first game. Costa Rica, as they should, and played well the second game. Toss-up now in the tiebreak. The fans are definitely into the game, as we can hear them here screaming all around us.
So we'll break and be back within 2 minutes, folks. Stay tuned on the IRF network. Folks, we're live. Gary, Gustavo, Pablo, and Jupiter. This is the last match of the 2019 World Championships for racquetball here in Costa Rica, the capital, San Jose. Pablo Frere, Team Costa Rica, serving to Team Ecuador. Oh my. This is Pablo's last game as a junior player, and he wants to make the best of it. So, great start, Gustavo, 1-0.
Pressure's on. Both teams. Pablo can leave a gold medalist or a silver medalist. Not bad either way, but obviously wanting to exit as a champion from the juniors.
It's 2-0. And the way the entire Costa Rican contingent has participated, has played during these 8 days, the legacy continues.
Certainly played in their favor.
No change in the score. That was a broken ball, so first serve again.
It's a great serve.
That's inevitable. The translation is avoidable hinder.
The correct call affected his swing by not allowing him to have complete and free access to that ball.
Well put. And again, folks, 4-0. Safety first on the court. Always wear eyewear. Designed for court sports. Always have your racket intact with the safety thong around your wrist. Make sure you're wearing good footwear and hold up when you think there's a compromised position. So this was not the start Ecuador anticipated in the tiebreak, Gustavo.
Not at all, but they're in the service box.
Long serve, second serve. The long serve is one of the many fault serves. Different twist on that serve. Sanchez left side.
I don't like the way Ecuador is hitting in those rallies. Everything's, 6-7 feet high. Front wall, side wall.
Frere, wide angle. Great lid into that skip by Frere, so Costa Rica serving 4-0. No change in that half inning. Tending to the microphone of our principal official, Jaime Martel from Mexico. 3 Mexican officials in this match. Martel, Valdez, and Kravitz. 4-0, first server. Frere up front. He's saying the ball never made the front wall. He was trying not a reverse pitch, but a front wall, side wall combo. Didn't make the front wall. Well, maybe it did. The lines people thought it did.
He explained it right away. They shouldn't stop.
Once the referee makes a call.
But it was 2 bounces.
Once a referee makes a call, it stops all play. So it's 5-0. We think he called a skip ball, but it was overruled. Therefore, it's overruled and it's first serve again. Now it's 5-0. Six. So Costa Rica halfway home for the gold medal, Gustavo.
Trying to explain what happened there. Frere actually did hit the front wall. He was obviously almost parallel to it. And when it came off, it was a double bounce. The commentary here from our producer was that it looked like Ecuador returned it and actually rolled it out after that. But my point to him was it was side out at that point, or point, I should say, at that point. Frere's ball was not retrievable.
But the 2 lines people disagreed with the call. There was an appeal.
The call that the referee made that the ball did not make the front wall, but it did. Therefore, they got the point.
So if the referee thinks that the shot which ultimately hit the front wall, according to the two lines persons, was not retrievable, then he could call it. But otherwise, it should be a replay because when he speaks, it nullifies any future action. So it's 7-0. Going to an I formation here. We've seen this, especially with Team Argentina. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Non-returnable serve. So they're going back to their regular positioning. Meanwhile, Costa Rica 2 points from the title. Body language has changed tremendously. Oh my. Folks, you're seeing a serving clinic from Pablo Freire.
Freire is going to
He's going to try to end his career with another crack on the left side. What do the bookies say in Vegas? Stay. So it's a handout, avoidable hinder. Okay, they're going to appeal that there was a court hinder. Call stands. One lines person did not see it. Agreed with the call, so handout. Freire rolls out, right side, front wall, pinch winner, ends his career 11-0 over the Ecuadorian tandem of Dejanon and Flores. What a finish to a career, and what a finish to a tournament. Fitting, Gustavo, that Costa Rica wins the last match.
Very, very fitting, as you say. Also that Freire scored the last point, ending his illustrious junior career here in his home court of Indoor Club in San Jose, Costa Rica. Congratulations, and congratulations to Team Ecuador as well for a hard-fought battle and for having made the finals, silver medalists as well.
Folks, thanks for tuning in all week to the International Racquetball Federation Network. For Gustavo and Pablo and our other crew, Dr. Soto, Dr. Rivera, Gary Mazarov saying our next broadcast will be Easter week from probably Santa Cruz de la Sierra in Bolivia for the Pan American Championships. Goodbye for now.
Disfrutaron del partido, ¿verdad? Los invito próximamente a que se acerquen a las canchas del Country Club para que vengan y practiquen este apasionante deporte, disfruten del mismo y se integren a nuestro equipo de racquetball. Pura vida a puro racket.